Okay, guys, good morning. Oh, well, good afternoon now. It's the 27th. It's actually my birthday today, and I'm here in Okada's Medley. I promised myself that I'm going to indulge a bit on my birthday, so I'm going to share my experience with you post pandemic of Medley Buffet. So let's go and check out the food. I'm hoping to see a few items that I tried before when I reviewed here. Hopefully, they're still here and they're still delicious. Okay? So, see you in the dining room. Let's go get some food. Okay, guys, so I just went around and got my first plate. You know what? Here's something funny. They have a rule here where when you go to the buffet, you have to wear a face mask and face shield. The funny thing is, my face is now sweaty because of the face shield and the face mask. So it's okay. It's just protocol is protocol. So for my first plate, here's what I got. As usual, I go for dim sum for my first plate. Here's their shumai and their pork spare ribs. We'll try the shumai first. It looks homemade actually. It's made here. It's not purchased anywhere. I'll give this one a try. First bite. Flavor wise, nice and porky. The shrimp is fresh. The wrapper's kind of really thin, but it's really good. We'll go for a second bite. A bit of soy sauce. Okay. Focus, focus. There it is. Look at that. So much better with that soy sauce. Okay? Now, let's try the other dim sum dish that I got. This one is kind of my favorite. You know that in Red Lantern, whenever I go there, I would always order like three of these. In the order all you can. Or their dim sum buffet would order three of these. This is the pork spare ribs. Actually looking forward to this for such a long time. Look at that. Zoom it in, look at that. It's nice and fatty. There's a piece of bone in there somewhere. I wish I can eat this with rice, but we'll try it as is first. You do not need teeth for it. I have to honestly tell you, you don't need teeth. It melts in your mouth. It's so good. And the nice thing about it is, it's nicely seasoned. You don't need to add more salt or soy sauce to it because it's perfectly seasoned. Okay? So while I was roaming around, I knew that I was gonna take a while before I got back to my plate, to my table. I mean, so I asked for this. Get ready. There it is. This is peeled, by the way, peeled Vietnamese shrimp, sautéed in butter and garlic. Look at that. Yes. Look at that. It's glistening all over. Look at a ton of garlic on that. Wow. We peeled it nicely. but they left some of the shell, but it's okay. I can remove that. No issues. Look at this. We'll go for a nice bite. Smother it in that butter garlic sauce. Yeah, it's like the heavens have said, "Happy birthday." That was one of the best bites ever. Whoa! Taste the sweet flavor of the shrimp. It's super fresh, and the nice thing about it is that garlicky and buttery taste after it. Wow, nice dish. We'll try it with a bit of soy sauce. You know me, I like my food salty. Get one. Have a nice dip in the soy sauce, and give this one a bite. Ooh. That tasted awesome. I'm trying to contemplate on whether I like it or I love it. For me right now, I love it. Okay? So we'll move on to more of the dishes after I finish my meal. See ya. Okay guys, so we're back for our third plate. This is we're still sticking with the Chinese food, so we have char siu, soy chicken, and lechon macao. I think we'll save this one for for last. Yeah, it's still crunchy. We'll try the char siu first. It's a bit on the lean side, you can see, but there's some nice fatty bits right there. But we'll give this a try. It's a bit fatty, which is what I like. Just enough ratio of fat to meat, but this is my favorite here. Add a bit of that ginger sauce, and this is magical now. Mm. That ginger pat has a nice punch to it, flavor wise. And the nice thing about it is it can it cleanses your palate. So you're ready for our next bite. For our next bite, we'll have the soy chicken. Look at that. Look how juicy that is. This is white meat or breast meat. It's still super juicy. So give this one a bite. Once again, I now know why I ranked Okada last time as my second best buffet here in the Philippines. Medley's Okada is something else. They make this in-house, and the nice thing about it is, since they make it in-house, they control everything, and it is glorious. You know what? We'll give this a try with some of that ginger sauce again. Soy chicken with ginger sauce. Wow. Look at that. There's a nice layer of fat in the skin too. That's so good. Best birthday gift ever. Okay. So we'll try there lechon macao. This is basically pork belly that's roasted. Nice crispy skin. Mm. The meat is super tender. That crunchy skin cracks like glass. Okay. If you can hear what this skin is saying, it's like, I'm gonna break. But so good. But we'll try this with a bit of that ginger sauce. You know what? This is one condiment that I really love. Ginger sauce. You can really taste the nice juicy pork in that, complemented with that crispy skin. Perfect balance, guys. Perfect balance. Okay, now we'll move on to our next plate, which is our, I believe, my fourth plate. This is just plain tempura. So you can see, we'll test it out. Lift the tempura, nice and straight, not sloppy. Skin looks crispy. We give this one a bite without sauce. The shrimp is super sweet. It's super fresh. And the nice thing about it is crispy on the outside, juicy on the inside. We'll give this a dip in that tempura sauce. There. That nice dip. I wish I had udon noodles with this, or at least a nice bowl of Japanese rice. This would have been perfect. Okay, so I'll continue eating this plate, and then we'll move on to the next one after this. Bye bye. Okay guys, so we're heading to the main course area, specifically the mixture of Asian and Western food. I couldn't resist. Yes, I'm not supposed to eat carbs. Well, I am allowed to eat carbs, but as much as possible, lessen carbs when you're in a buffet so that you can maximize on your food. But I couldn't resist. They had a pizza that just came out of the oven. Look at that. Look at that pizza. It's like a painting. A really awesome painting. And this has sausage, pepperoni, lots of garlic. We'll give this one a try. She's trying to do the New York fold. Look at that. Look at the char at the bottom. Nice char marks, people. That was awesome. Honestly, one of the best bites here again. Man, my mind is blown with the quality of the food these days. Maybe it's just me, or it's just I miss this place, but it's really good. Like, the cheese is nice and melty. The sauce is not too tart. The meat items you can really taste. And that pepperoni looks so good. It's nice and crispy. We'll give that one a nice bite. Look at that. Cheesy, meaty goodness. Okay. So let's move on to one of the highlights of this meal. They have roast beef. Oh, they gave me a fatty piece too. Nice. I can see the rib. I think this is, yeah, this is short rib. Nice. Give this one a nice. Oh yeah, that's not anything. That's just the cheese from the pizza. We'll take it out. You want to try the beef? Like, where's the beef? It's in Okada. Let's try this one out. Look at that. It's glistening. It's times like these that I really want rice, so I can make labay all that sauce. The beef is so tender. I didn't have to chew it. It just melted in my mouth. That's how good it was. Look at that. I bet you this is well marbled beef, or they cooked it for such a long time that it's melt in your mouth goodness. That 4 bites gone. Okay, so I'll finish this later. We'll move on to our next plate. Also, our sixth plate. This is gonna be a doozy. Here we have Gendara with dill sauce, also known as sea bass, pork barbecue, lamb stew, kwek kwek, chicken chicken tandoori, roti in the middle, inihaw na manok, and belly chon. Okay, we'll start off with a kwek kwek. This is a nostalgic taste to me. I miss eating this. Look at that. This is basically street food, Filipino street food. Look at that. But I think this is gonna be better. We add a bit of that ginger sauce. Yeah. Ooh. Kwek kwek pa more. The only thing lacking here is the manong frying everything beside you and that sausawan beside you and all the street dust is going around and you're eating food that's so delicious you don't care if it's dirty. Okay, but this is super clean version. You know what? The one of the best quack quack I've had, but it just lacks that how do I say it? Ambiance that you're looking for when you're eating street food. The noise, the jeepneys, everything. That's what's lacking here. But the nostalgia factor, super high. Okay. Now let's try some of this chicken tandoori with some roti. This is an Indian flatbread, and we're gonna have some Indian chicken tandoori. Hopefully, it's not too spicy that we can't handle it. We'll take a bite of the chicken tandoori, and we'll chase it with some of the roti. Look at that. Focus, focus. There it is. Look at that. We're going for a bite now. Flavor wise, I don't have any issues. It's very succulent. The chicken is so tender, very flavorful. You can really taste that tandoori oven flavor. The nice thing about it is, it's not that spicy, but it's very flavorful. Downside is, the roti is kind of tough. Like, you really had to chew that. If I could eat this with the rice, that would have been better. Now let's try their lamb stew. This looks tender enough. It looks a bit dry though. We shall see. It's a bit on the dry side because they used a very lean cut of lamb, but flavor wise it's really good. There's no gaminess to it. If there is, it's just very minimal gaminess to it. But that sauce is something else. Mm. Now let's move on to the belly chon. Here's the belly chon. Look at that. We get a nice fatty piece. They also gave me a bit of skin. We'll try the skin after this. Nice and succulent. You can really taste the garlic, the lemongrass in it. But the nice thing about it is, it's super tender, yet very succulent. We'll try the skin. Hopefully this is still crispy. It's not as crispy as the lechon Macau, but there's still some crunch to it. It's really good. Now let's try this grilled chicken. Good. This looks dry. This looks really dry. This is my test. If you get chicken breast and it's dry, that means they overcooked it. but we'll still give it a try. It is dry, but the more I chewed it, the more flavor came out. That's really good, inihaw na manok. Like really, really good inihaw na manok. Now let's try this gigantic toothpick. This is their pork barbecue Pinoy style. For that. Typical Pinoy pork barbecue. Sweet, smoky, lots of garlic, bit of soy sauce and ketchup, banana ketchup. But flavor-wise, you can really taste the pork, and the sweetness actually accents that flavor of that pork. Good choice. Now for our final bite here on this plate, let's try this Gendara, also known as cod or butterfish. Ready to go. It melted in my mouth. That's one of the most decadent fish ever. Okay? I can expound some more on it, but it just disappeared. I can't explain. It's that good. There's like a teleport in my mouth when you bit into it, it's gone. Very succulent. Okay? So I'll move on to the next dishes after this. See ya. Okay guys, so sad to say, my tank is almost up to capacity already. But there's always room for dessert. I'm not like Mikey Chen that he has a second stomach for something, but I do have space for dessert. I always have space for dessert. So here it is. I requested for crepe. They gave me a hazelnut Oreo chocolate ice cream crepe. And look at that. It is beautiful. It's like a masterpiece. And by my request, they made the crepe a bit crunchy, which is what I like. So we'll try this with just a bit of the ice cream first. Look at that. You don't taste any of that ice shards in the ice cream. It's super smooth. It's more like a gelato than ice cream. That's so good. Now let's try the crepe. Okay. It's smothered in that sauce. And look at the inside. There's Oreo crumbs in there. I don't want a birthday cake. This is enough for a birthday gift to myself. It's so good. Look at that. There, you can see the inside. There's Oreo. There's hazelnut. And now we're gonna mix it with ice cream. There. Look at that. Oreo, chocolate, and crepe. That Oreo is just sweet enough. The caramel sauce brings out more of that creamy texture of the ice cream. The crepe is not sweet at all, so it's nice balance. Not too sweet. I just like it as is. Okay, now let's move on to our last plate. which is another plate of dessert. Look at that. It looks so cute. Looks so festive. It's like it doesn't. Don't eat me. I'm too beautiful. You know. Let's start off with. You know what? Let's start off with the egg tart. See, aside from European desserts, they also have Asian desserts. Nice and crumbly. The egg is super smooth. Not too sweet. Not too bland too. It's really nice. Look at that. Ooey gooey egg tart in the middle. That's really good. Now, I told you before, I'm looking forward to their San Serval from last time I ate here. Sad to say they didn't have the San Serval today, but they do have ube San Serval. Let's see the texture if it's the same as before, and flavor wise. Let's give it a try. Ube, by the way, is a root crop or a purple yam here in the Philippines, used by a lot of chefs these days. Nice ube flavor, and it tastes just like it just needs a bit more sweetness to be as sweet as my aunt's San Serval in Canada. Anyways, it's still good. This one is the Hazelnut Rose. This one. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm butchering the pronunciation. It's a hazelnut roche, but looks so good. Chocolate and hazelnut really go well together. It's nice and nutty, really fudgy, and that light mousse on top, really good. This one I have to get it by hand. It's a macaron. It is a mango macaron. Hopefully, it's gonna be good. Not a big fan of fruit in my dessert, but I couldn't pass on a good macaron. If I'm judging this as a macaron, nice and chewy, crusty on the outside, perfectly sweet, and that mango flavor, it's really good. It's almost floral in your mouth. That is good. That's a good macaron. Now this one, look at this. This has a nice mirror glaze on top. This is an opera cake, or also known as a gâteau marjolaine. Give this one a try. It's basically a jacon cake with layers of buttercream, chocolate, buttercream, hazelnut cream, buttercream, and a chocolate mirror glaze on top. Okay, look at that. Layers. And a mousse on top too. Look at those layers. Again, there's a jacon cake at the bottom. Buttercream. Oh, jacon then covered with most likely coffee syrup, buttercream, chocolate ganache, cake, coffee syrup, buttercream, chocolate ganache, then a chocolate mirror glaze on top with a chocolate mousse. This looks really good. The blend of chocolate and coffee really go well together. I can't believe that this is this is a buffet. You get to eat as much as you want of that, but that alone is already mind-blowingly good. Okay, so I will finish with my meal, then I will give you the review of the buffet afterwards. See ya. Okay, guys, so I'm finished eating. Here's the review. It will come out here on this side. We're gonna base it on the five criteria: location, ambiance, service, food, and price. Now let's talk about location. It's in Okada, Asiana Boulevard, if I remember right. It's all the way beside somewhere near MOA. It's its own area, very spacious, huge place. It's a bit hard to get here, but if you have a car, there's ample parking, and if you take a Grab, it's easy to access via Grab. With that in mind, I have to give the location 4 out of 5. Now, ambiance. As you can see, they were very strict with me when I entered. There's QR codes. When you go into the buffet, you have to wear a mask and a shield, which is okay. And safety protocols are really high. And the nice thing about this is the seating is very ample and social distance. Like a table for 6 is now seating 3. Table for 2 is now seating for 1. With that concept, social distance is maximized. I really like it. I feel safe. With that in mind, I'm going to give ambiance. Oh, one more thing. The seats have no armrest, so it's perfect for me. I love it. With that in mind, I have to give the ambiance a good 5 out of 5. Okay? Now, service. The waiters, the chefs, even the receptionist were very helpful. The chefs actually were asking about this channel. So, Kuya, chef, I forgot your name. I didn't get your name. But all the chefs here, saludo ako sa inyo. You're doing a great job. The service people, kudos to you for helping us and have making my birthday something special. With that in mind, I'm going to give the service 5 out of 5. Okay? Now, talk about the food. All the dishes I ate, most of them were super delicious. A few of them were a bit dry or tough, but all in all, I find the food super good. So with that in mind, I'm going to give them a 5 out of 5 on the food. Okay? And now, let's go to the verdict. How much or price? This is gonna blow your mind. Buffet post-pandemic here in Medley, believe it or not, is 1,950 pesos. Yes, you heard it right. It's below 2,000 pesos. It is so good. It's so worth it. Like a million times more worth it because it's affordable. It's reasonable, not affordable. It's reasonable for the amount of food that you have. And the nice thing about it is so good. The quality of the ingredients and the quantity of of dishes here, top notch. Okay. With that in mind, we're giving the price a solid 5 out of 5. Almost perfect score, guys. It's just the location that's hard. So, thank you for watching my birthday vlog, and hope to see you in the next one. The celebration will continue with the next vlog with something special. Hopefully, if the weather is permitting. Okay? So, till next week, till next vlog, see you in the dining room or in my kitchen. So, tara, kain tayo. Bye-bye!